do what I do.
Slavery. Maybe one day I put it up before, but I also keep that close to me too. I always keep it available just to remind me of where my people came from. You understand me? Like literally, I have a document showing where my grandmother's grandfather was sold. Okay, and along with his brothers and sisters. So I just think that's a trip. But this is our history, and this is what these immigrants don't have. You understand? And when these FBA, see, when our foundational Black American brothers and sisters arrived to these countries, they reshaped the political landscape. They registered to vote. Um, they organized labor unions. They challenged school boards. They didn't move north to sit still. Okay, they moved north and built power, economic, political, cultural. And this wave of Southern Black migration infused rural resistance with urban opportunity, and it created uniquely American subculture, urban Black America. Okay, that's something that didn't exist before. Everything from hip hop to civil rights, law firms like my great 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 grandfather, from R&B to street fashion, came out of this fusion, and they gave this country its soul. And they were the backbone of the American labor and the vanguard of civil rights and the engine of modern Black culture. They were not just running from terror, they were running towards the future. You see, and everywhere we went, we carried with us the spirituals, we carried with us the blues, our soul food, our old traditions, and the resistance mindset and the Southern rooted values that define foundational Black America. We built new communities in Harlem, in New York, in Bronzeville, in Chicago. Shout out to Review and Reviewers, in Central Avenue in LA, and Third Ward in Houston, Texas. You see? We did that. Um, and so when you got 6 million Black Americans, you know, who left Jim Crow, right? You know, they brought the full weight of the culture that a lot of these immigrants say doesn't exist. All right. Our bags weren't just filled with clothes. They were filled with the people with the soul came. And they brought their food and their faith and their music and their language and their deep-rooted understanding of family, dignity, and resistance. You understand? From Mississippi to Piney Woods, Georgia, the Black church had been more than a place of worship. It was an anchor in the community. And as foundational Black Americans moved north and west, we brought with us that Southern Baptist and that AME tradition, that call and response, that preaching. We brought the oral traditions up through the Great Migration, the very DNA of American music, the blues, the Delta, the jazz of New Orleans, the field hollers. Hey, hey, you ever heard of Chain Gang? It's a beautiful thing. We brought our Negro spirituals, our spoken word storytelling, passed down through generations. All of these were encoded in the voices of us. In Chicago, the blues evolved into electrified soul and gave birth to Chicago house music. In Detroit, it gave birth to Motown, a sound that literally scored the Civil Rights Revolution. And in Harlem, we got gospel mixed with jazz, with poetry to form what we call the Harlem. Okay? And guess what happened in Los Angeles and Oakland? That same Southern musical influence found new life in funk and soul and eventually West Coast hip hop. Somebody remember that. West Coast hip hop was a direct result of that migration. What about the food? They brought the culinary traditions that fed generations in the South: collard greens, cornbread, catfish, oxtails, black-eyed peas, fried chicken, gumbo, jambalaya, peach cobbler. I know some of y'all are hungry now. Urban kitchens and storefront soul food restaurants across America, and it transformed the culinary map of the nation. And in these new homes, FBA, Black Americans upheld Southern values, multi-generational households, strong grandmothers like that one I got over there. We called her grandma. Some of y'all might have called y'all's big mama. Front porch storytelling, unspoken rules of respect and hospitality and kinship. Nobody was a stranger in my grandmother's house. Everybody could get them a plate of greens and some cornbread. The whole neighborhood knew Miss Elmira. You understand? And these values built resistance and held communities together, even in the face of housing segregation and police brutality and job discrimination. I didn't even know I was poor. I didn't even know. You see what I mean? I was eating good. I had my cousins around me, you know. It was all good. And the other thing is, what we brought is a seed of resistance and that survived sharecropping and lynching and voter suppression. We knew our enemy well. So when we got to cities like Detroit, New York, and LA, they organized union boycotts, political clubs, and civil rights campaigns. And many of the core leaders of the civil rights and Black power movements were either Southern born or children of Southern migrants. Malcolm X was born in Omaha, but his daddy was a Georgia preacher. Martin Luther King, Atlanta. Rosa Parks, Alabama. UEP Newton, he was from Louisiana. Even Angela Davis, her people were from Alabama. So that's the effect that a first generation can have on the second generation. Even in the North, the spirit of Southern resistance remained. Now, again, some of these Black enclaves, they've been living there. People have been living there since colonial times. Whether we talk about New York, Philadelphia, Boston, even parts of the Midwest and California, going way back. You see? Harlem, for example, that had Black residents long before it became a cultural mecca. But again, when the Southern folk came up, it radically shifted the culture, it reshaped the culture. It drowned the old elitism and gave birth to something new and undeniably powerful. What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's Black Man Talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. Lizard King here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. 9 black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. 9 black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. 9 black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. 9 black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.